Be honest, what fictionalized character is the best representation of you? The scientist in Iron Man who was yelled at because Tony Stark built this in a cave. With a box of scraps. That exact scene's been going through my head at work, all the time, for the last couple months. Good luck with everything, lol. That guy actually has a name, and is a full-blown Marvel villain. He's the guy who gets away with all the equipment at the end of the newest Spider-Man. If that gives you an idea where things are headed. You have caught my interest. What is this villain's name so I may research him more? I don't think he's in the comics, but in Spider-Man Far From Home he's one of the scientists on Mysterio's team. He's the one who helped with the tech. Bob Belcher. I love you, but you're all terrible. The episode where Jean dresses like Bob with the comb over. Tina, Dad? Oh, this is confusing. Oh my god. The Old Man in Viridian City. I've had my coffee, and now I feel great. In the Japanese version he was plastered and you had to wait for him to sober up. I 100% believe that's true. They are not uptight about depicting alcoholics in Japan, haha. Lucille Bluth, I'm a man. Michael, do you remember our conversation about spending money? Lucille, oh yes, like it was yesterday. Michael, well it was this morning, so. Michael, gob, get rid of the C word. Lucille, I'll leave when I'm good and ready. I'll have a vodka. Michael, mother it's morning, and a piece of toast. I had two, it's vodka. It goes bad once it's opened. That one quote can sum up my entire 20s. And over half of my 30s. She mistook the drowsy eye alcohol warning for a winking eye alcohol suggestion. If you need me I'll be at the hospital bar. Mother, hospitals don't have bars. This is why everyone hates hospitals. Cackles. Lucille, I love all my children. Flashback a second later. I don't really care much for God. I don't understand the question and I won't respond to it. Also, I mean, it's one banana, Michael. What could it cost? $10? Here's some money, go see a Star War. Michael, get rid of the C word. Lucille, I'll leave when I'm good and ready. The pause to let everyone catch up to the joke is so good. Another one like that. Michael, in jail, since you're devastating people, go ahead and tell GOB that I'll be telling the cops that it was him in the truck. So he'll be joining me here. I've got a nice hard cot with his name on it. Lucille, you do that to your own brother? Michael, I said cot. Michael, I just haven't met anybody who's not self-absorbed and impossible to have a conversation with. Lucille, if that's some kind of veiled criticism of me, I won't hear it and I won't respond to it. That good for her meme is so ubiquitous that a lot of people aren't even aware of the context. Lucille said that after watching a news report about a mother who purposely left her children locked inside a car and then let it roll down a river bank. So funny but dark as crap. Marge Simpson. I'm doing my best to hold crap together while everyone else is doing incredibly stupid reckless crap. That's why I'm Lois from Malcolm in the Middle. I always loved Lois, she had so much on her plate and she took crap from absolutely no one. Favorite scene is the WHO's damn dog is this in the heatwave traffic jam. Melman from Madagascar. Every time I cough, it makes me think I've got contaminated with COVID and I will die within a few days. Already stretched my death almost a year though. Speaking of anxiety characters, I always found myself to be like Tweek from South Park because we both have anxiety disorder. Last year when North Korea said the US might have a Christmas present, I spent a good 2 weeks, especially on the holidays, thinking World War III would happen. The episode where Tweek thinks North Korea is going to kill him is my favorite next to the Satan episodes. That random homeless man who sees something incredible looks at his bottle of whiskey then throws it away. I will never not enjoy that trope. The 60s were fun but now I'm paying for its Stan Lee cameo. Is there a name for that? Webbed link. Eeyore edit, my take on his character is, Eeyore is a realist. I hope you find your tale. George Costanza. I feel more like Art Vandelay. And you want to be my latex salesman. I was in the pool. Hello, my name is George. I'm unemployed and I live with my parents. The sea was angry that day, my friends, like an old man trying to send back soup in a deli. I got about 50 feet out and suddenly, the great beast appeared before me. I tell you, he was 10 stories high if he was a foot. As if sensing my presence, he let out a great bellow. More like can't stand you. Call me T-Bone. I am Elaine. I dance with my thumbs out, am too loud and F up most of my relationships. I dated a guy who could have been Putty's twin except he owned a bar. Snorlax. Can you stop blocking Route 12 please? Finally something I relate to. Frodo Baggins. I never asked for this, I'm tired, I want to go home, even when I am already home, old hurts come back to haunt me, I have difficulty relating to my peers. But I have 4 or 5 very close friends who would follow me to the ends of the earth and I would follow them. I haven't been almost eaten by a giant spider, or lost my right index finger, but there's still a few months in 2020, so we'll see. Edit, thanks for the responses, they make me feel less alone. I'll let y'all know when / if I make it to Valinor Lamau. Yay! If you're Frodo then that means you found your Samwise. No friend on this or any earth is better than Samwise. Squidward. Squidward is the guy who followed all those aspirational quoted about following your dreams and how if you do what you love you never work a day in your life. There's an episode where the guy who was fry cook before SpongeBob comes back, and he's super famous and successful. And in a flashback Squidward could have done the same thing, but he didn't because he wanted a job that gave him enough liberty to focus on his art career. And not for nothing, Squidward works super hard at art. He practices constantly and dabbles in different fields to get new experience. He says in one episode he has done a self-portrait in every form of medium he knows to exist. He's even rather confident and bold, doing his weird interpretive dance thing at the Krusty Krab talent show, despite how avant-garde and weird it is. Squidward really does everything right in terms of trying to be a good artist. But despite all his constant hard work and relative skill, nobody appreciates his work. Everyone thinks he sucks, and there's no upward trajectory where it seems like he will become more successful over time. So now there's just Squidward, a deeply depressed burnout who can't understand where he went wrong, stuck in a dead-end job making pennies a day, whose main friends are people he doesn't even really like but has stuck with. Also there's that one episode where Squidward realizes he can't remember how it feels to experience happiness and almost kills himself like 5 times. So there's that. My favorite episode about Squidward is the one with him and SpongeBob delivering pizza. No matter how much SpongeBob annoyed him during the trek, he didn't hesitate one bit in standing up for his friend when the customer rejected the order, which left SpongeBob crying. To me, that is the definitive Squidward, an exasperating grouch with a heart of gold. Don't forget he gives away all his possessions to Bikini Bottom when he pretends to be Not the Butthole Claus. To be frank, he isn't a bad guy and has very real reasons to hate his neighbors. It's a tough life being Squidward. Squidward isn't bad, but there are some moments where he can be a bit of a jerk. Deep down though I think he's a decent dude who just got beaten down by life. Speaking of his neighbors, can we discuss how idiotic the layout is? There is a whole street of nothingness, but the architects/Bikini Bottom City Council decided to put 3 houses super close together? Were they planning on adding more houses but just ran out of money? I need answers. You either die a SpongeBob, or you live long enough to become a Squidward. The older you get, the more relatable Squidward becomes. Poor man just wants some peace and quiet so he can play the clarinet, and for those who think he sucks, there are episodes where he's actually really good. People often sound bad when practicing. That's what practice is. We not talking about a game. We talking about practice. Allen Iverson. Yeah, and he's probably out of practice because of how often he gets interrupted by SpongeBob's shenanigans. Sponges in temperate regions live for at most a few years, but some tropical species and perhaps some deep ocean ones may live for 200 years or more. Some calcified demo sponges grow by only 0.2 millimeters, 0.0079 in, per year, and, if that rate is constant, specimens 1 meter, 3.3 feet, wide must be about 5,000 years old. Unsubscribe from Sponge Facts. You have been subscribed to Sponge Facts. Did you know that sponges are hermaphrodites? I read somewhere that Squidward is the most human character on that show. Basically the only sane person who simply wants privacy, and more so comes off as a curmudgeon because everybody else is constantly driving him up a wall. He has crappy neighbors, a crappy job, and lives in a town where everything he enjoys is considered crappy by everybody else. To be fair, I'd probably feel that way if I had his life, too. I would rather say that Squidward is the adult surrounded by crazy kids. One of those kids in Pokémon games with a rat-tat and a Pidgey. Do you enjoy wearing shorts, by any chance? They're comfy and easy to wear. I'm totally just a house NPC and not even a good one that says something interesting or gives you a potion. I'd say something really generic like, Pokémon are great friends. Be sure to treat yours well. Lamau. A bednator from Community. First time I ever saw autism like mine accurately portrayed on television. He wasn't a super genius with a few issues with his social skills. He was an actual living breathing character whose autism didn't define him. Also, he does look a bit like me as well. Do you have your cutout beard on, because we're in a bad timeline? Guys, what's going on? Am I deaf? Troy in a bed in the morning. Nights. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Ah, bed. He was the best character and accurately represented. I liked how they portrayed his autism but gave him other interesting hobbies and traits like you said. My answer to this question was Annie. Where is the rest of our study group? Edit, yay, the gang is all coming together. I'll bake some brownies with Shirley. Thank you for watching. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube. And share them with your friends. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. We welcome your comments below. Another of our videos will begin shortly.